In the annals of human history, certain events and individuals stand out, their stories echoing through the centuries. Our story today takes us back to the closing decade of the 18th century, a tumultuous time marked by revolution, upheaval, and the rise of a young, ambitious general who would go on to leave an indelible mark on the face of Europe, Napoleon Bonaparte. Our setting is the Italian peninsula, the year 1796. And the event we unfold is the Battle of Castiglione. Napoleon Bonaparte, a man of modest Corsican origins, was now at the helm of the French army in Italy, commanding it against the forces of the Austrian Habsburg Monarchy. The stage was set for an encounter that would test the mettle of the young general, a battle that would have far-reaching implications not just for the Italian campaign, but for the larger narrative of the French Revolutionary Wars, the Battle of Castiglione. The Austrian forces, under the command of the seasoned veteran, Field Marshal Dagobert Sigmund von Wurmser, had been dispatched with a clear goal in mind: to lift the siege of Mantua. This strategic fortress in northern Italy was under French control, and if the Austrians could successfully liberate it, they stood a chance of turning the tide of the war in their favor. But Napoleon, ever the shrewd tactician, was not about to let that happen easily. The situation Napoleon faced was indeed a challenging one. His forces were stretched thin across the region, having to face off against multiple Austrian armies. He was outnumbered and outgunned, facing the might of one of Europe's oldest and most powerful armies. But what Napoleon may have lacked in numbers, he made up for in agility, audacity, and the element of surprise. Opposite him, Field Marshal Wurmser was a soldier of the old school. He had fought in numerous campaigns and wars, and he planned to use his superior numbers to encircle and crush the French forces. However, he was up against an opponent who was rewriting the rules of warfare, an opponent who used rapid movements, unexpected maneuvers, and the innovative deployment of artillery to turn the tables on his enemies. The French and Austrian forces first clashed at Lonato, a small town south of Lake Garda, on August 3, 1796. Despite being outnumbered, the French managed to repel the Austrian assault. The Austrians were forced to withdraw, but Wurmser was not one to accept defeat easily. He regrouped his forces and made a decision to march towards Castiglione, hoping to deliver a decisive blow to the French. Napoleon, however, was one step ahead. He anticipated Wurmser's move and swiftly concentrated his forces at Castiglione, ready to meet the Austrians head-on. The stage was set for a showdown, and on August 5th, the Austrians launched their attack. Thus began the Battle of Castiglione. The battle commenced with the Austrians attempting to outflank the French and seize the town of Castiglione. Their numerical superiority and disciplined formations were formidable, but Napoleon was not to be outdone. He ordered a swift counterattack that disrupted the Austrian flanking maneuver, throwing them off balance and buying valuable time for the French. Then, in a move that was audacious and daring, even by Napoleon's standards, he launched a full-scale attack against the Austrian center. It was a high-risk gamble. If he succeeded, he would split the Austrian forces, disrupt their command structure, and sow confusion in their ranks. If he failed, it could spell disaster for his army and potentially the entire French campaign in Italy. But Napoleon, guided by his keen strategic acumen and an unshakable faith in his soldiers, pressed on. The audacity of Napoleon's move caught the Austrians off guard. Their lines faltered, their momentum was disrupted, and the French, fueled by the energy of their youthful commander, pressed their advantage. The Austrians fought back fiercely, but the tide of the battle had turned. As the day wore on, it became increasingly clear that the French were gaining the upper hand. As darkness descended on the battlefield, the Austrians found themselves in a precarious situation. Their forces were disarrayed, their strategies had failed, and the morale was low. Wurmser, recognizing the grim reality of the situation, ordered a retreat. The Battle of Castiglione was over. Napoleon's audacious tactics and the relentless fighting spirit of his men had won the day. In the grand scheme of the French Revolutionary Wars, the Battle of Castiglione was a significant milestone. It marked Napoleon's first major victory against the Austrians and served to cement his reputation as a brilliant military strategist. It also thwarted the Austrian attempt to lift the siege of Mantua, ensuring that this key strategic location remained in French hands. More than just a military victory, the Battle of Castiglione was a strategic masterstroke. It showcased Napoleon's ability to outmaneuver a numerically superior army, to turn potential defeat into resounding victory, and to inspire his men to fight against the odds. It was a testament to his unique style of warfare, a blend of rapid movement, audacious tactics, and the innovative use of artillery that would come to be known as the Napoleonic method. Back in France, the news of the victory at Castiglione was met with jubilation. It boosted the morale of the French people, still reeling from the chaos and uncertainty of the French Revolution. It also strengthened the position of the French Directory, the government that had come to power following the downfall of Robespierre and the Reign of Terror. Napoleon, the young general from Corsica, had not only secured a major victory on the Italian front, but had also played a crucial role in stabilizing the political situation back home. In the wider context of European history, the Battle of Castiglione signaled the emergence of a new force on the continental stage. The French Republic, led by men like Napoleon, was proving to be a formidable adversary capable of challenging the traditional powers of Europe. It also underscored the changing nature of warfare, with speed, maneuverability, and audacity increasingly replacing the slow, rigid tactics of the past. In the aftermath of the Battle of Castiglione, Napoleon continued his campaign in Italy, scoring further victories against the Austrians and consolidating French control over the region. His successes on the battlefield not only secured his position as one of France's leading generals, but also propelled him onto the political stage. Within a few short years, he would seize power in a coup, declare himself first consul and eventually Emperor of the French. As we reflect on the Battle of Castiglione, we are reminded of the complex interplay of strategy, courage, and leadership that defines warfare. We see the importance of innovation and adaptability, the power of audacity and surprise, and the crucial role of individual leadership. We also witness the far-reaching impact of these events, shaping not just the immediate outcome of a military campaign, but the fate of nations and the course of history. So, as we step back from the smoke-filled landscapes of 18th century Italy, we carry with us the story of the Battle of Castiglione, a testament to the indomitable human spirit, the will to triumph against all odds, and the relentless pursuit of victory. These themes are not only confined to the battlefield, but echo in all spheres of human endeavor, reminding us of what is possible when determination meets opportunity. As we journey forward, we pay homage to the thousands of soldiers who fought and fell on that fateful August day, their sacrifices shaping the narrative of a war, a revolution, and an era. They were the unnamed heroes of a battle that changed the tide of the French Revolutionary Wars and set the stage for the rise of one of history's most iconic figures, Napoleon Bonaparte. The Battle of Castiglione was more than just a military engagement. It was a chapter in the grand epic of human history, a story of courage, audacity, and strategic brilliance. It was a pivotal moment in Napoleon's career, showcasing his military genius and cementing his reputation as a leader of men. In retrospect, the Battle of Castiglione stands as a defining moment in the Napoleonic Wars, a testament to Napoleon's innovative tactics and a symbol of the transformative power of revolutionary France. It marked the beginning of a series of victories that would eventually lead to Napoleon's dominance over much of Europe, changing the face of the continent forever. Yet, in the broader perspective of history, the Battle of Castiglione serves as a poignant reminder of the human cost of war, of the countless lives lost and changed forever in the pursuit of power and glory. It underscores the importance of leadership and strategies, but also the unpredictable nature of warfare, where a single decision can turn the tide of battle and alter the course of history. In the end, the Battle of Castiglione was not just about victory or defeat. It was about the human will to fight, preserve, and to overcome. It was about the power of leadership, the art of strategy, and the courage of ordinary men. It was about a moment in time, captured forever in the annals of history, that continues to inspire and inform us today. So, as we draw the curtains on this chapter of history, let us remember the Battle of Castiglione. Let us remember the courage of the soldiers, the brilliance of their commanders, and the far-reaching consequences of their actions. And let us carry with us the lessons they have left behind. Lessons about courage, perseverance, and the indomitable human spirit. For it is through these lessons that we continue to navigate the complexities of our world, inspired by the echoes of the past that resonates in the annals of human history.